like to supersize your meal for an extra buck? Obesity is a growing concern in the United States, but with the work and discipline of this great nation, we can greatly decrease this problem. I will be discussing the meaning of obesity, obesity-related diseases, and will close by talking about ways to get started on your new life. I hope that this speech helps you to better comprehend the importance of a well-nutritioned lifestyle. First, let's take a look at what the term really means. Obese can be defined as a person who weighs much more than the healthy range for his or her age, height, and gender. Nowadays, the most dangerous and most common people who fit this description are teens and younger children. In Texas alone, the childhood obesity rates are as high as 20.4%. About 20 years ago, you could not find a state with rates over 15%. One of the most amazing facts is that today, the state with the lowest obesity rate would have been considered the highest in 1995. There are many factors that play a role in obesity. One example, the most common, are physiological factors. Many people eat in response to negative emotions such as boredom, anger, or sadness. People who are already obese tend to face more emotional and physical issues. Another example is gender. Men are able to burn more calories than women. They have more muscle and they use more energy in whatever work they do. You can find that there are many other things that influence obesity, but I feel like these are the most important. Now that we have seen the dramatic changes of the problem in our country, let's learn about the dangerous effects. An obese person is at high risk of developing many harmful and even fatal diseases, but I will only be going over a couple. One of the most common diseases is diabetes. It is a very dangerous disease. More than 80% of people with diabetes are overweight or obese. Back in the days, people with diabetes were only seen as older citizens. But today it is very common to find it in children and teenagers. It needs to be monitored because one little mishap could cost you your life. Another well-known disease is hypertension. Blood pressure is the force of blood pushing against the walls of your arteries. As your body weight increases, so does your blood pressure. It is very important to get checked immediately if you are having symptoms of fatigue, severe headaches, vision problems, and irregular heartbeat. Individuals with high blood pressure run a high risk of having a heart attack, stroke, or kidney failure. Finally, let's take a look at how we can start to change our bad habits. There are two things that need to be done on a daily basis if you want to improve your health and well-being. We are what we eat. That is a great saying, and it is actually very true. Of course, if we eat a piece of cake, we won't turn into a piece of cake. Cake is made of fats and sugars and other things that are unhealthy to our body. And that is where the saying applies. A cake is fattening, so eating a lot of cake will make you gain weight, which leads to obesity. Not all fats and calories and sugars are bad. One needs to change their habits of eating cakes and cookies and cokes to eating fresh fruits and vegetables. Also, it is very good to eat pasta and proteins that like meat, but you have to remember to portion your servings. One thing that my kickboxing instructor told me, and I will never forget, was to shop more on the edges of the grocery department than through the aisles. Here in Texas, the summers are incredibly hot, so no one wants to get up from their cool couches to go out and get a little sweaty. Exercise takes an abundance of sacrifice and discipline that people refuse to have. Going out and taking a walk for at least 30 minutes can greatly improve your health. For people who work in tall buildings, taking the stairs instead of the escalators can also be a good start. By taking these baby steps, you will see that in no time you will be able to walk a longer distance and at a faster pace. You will also be able to experience many more exercises like weightlifting, yoga, and others that you could not do before. With the right knowledge, effort, and sacrifice, the growing epidemic of obesity can and will be demolished from our great nation. The main points to think about are the actual meaning of the term, the susceptibility of diseases, and the 2 simple ways to start the transformation. Creating healthy environments, safe places to walk, bike, and play, and access to healthy, affordable food is a key to reversing the obesity epidemic.